Weii Ying had returned to his work at the hospital. After checking patients and giving instructions for medicines, he walked out of the ward. Miranda was walking beside him. Weii Ying was looking at the reports in his hand as they moved toward his cabin. "Bed number 18 will be discharged soon," Weii Ying said, handing a file to Miranda. "Inform the family." Miranda nodded, took the file and left. Weii Ying entered his cabin and sat down on the chair behind his desk. He let out a slow breath, trying to relax. He picked up a glass of water and took a sip. The weather wasn't hot, yet sweat appeared on his forehead. He felt strange and uneasy. Wiping his forehead with a handkerchief, he murmured, "Why do I feel so restless today?" He looked toward the cabin door. For a moment, it felt like someone had called his name, but when he looked outside, there was no one. "What is this?" Weii Ying said quietly. "Are my ears ringing?" It was evening when one of Lan Wangji's guards brought Weii Ying back to the house. Weii Ying's heart was still restless. He quickly stepped out of the car and ran inside. When he reached the living room, everything was quiet. The servants were busy with their work, but the house felt empty. Weii Ying felt uneasy. Morning had turned into evening, yet he hadn't seen Lan Wangji even once. He walked up to a servant and asked softly, "Excuse me, has your boss not come home yet?" "The boss is in the hospital," the servant replied. Weii Ying's heart skipped a beat. "H hospital? Why?" he asked anxiously. "You don't know?" the servant said. Weii Ying shook his head. "The boss was injured," the servant said carefully. "What?" Weii Ying was shocked. "He's hurt? Which hospital is he in?" Before the servant could answer, a cold voice interrupted them. "You don't need to know that." Both of them turned around. Mona had just entered. Her eyes were narrow as she looked at Weii Ying. "Pack your things and leave this place," Mona said flatly. "But I need to see Lan Wangji," Weii Ying said in a low voice. Mona rolled her eyes and spoke harshly. "Listen to me. Whatever condition Lan Wangji is in right now is because of you. If you hadn't come into his life, he wouldn't be facing this danger." Weii Ying felt a sharp pain in his heart. He didn't know what to say. "I don't want him in any more danger," Mona continued coldly. "So leave. Right now." "I won't go without seeing him," Weii Ying finally said, gathering courage. "Enough," Mona snapped. "Do as I say, or things will get very bad. If anything happens to my brother because of you, I will not forgive you." Weii Ying stood silent, unable to respond. Lan Wangji was lying on the hospital bed. An oxygen mask covered his face, and the steady sound of machines filled the room. Thankfully, the injury was not life-threatening. Jin Guang stood outside the room, watching through the small glass window in the door. Night grew deeper, but Lan Wangji was still unconscious because of the medicine. After some time, Mona came and stood beside Jin Guang. She didn't say anything. Jin Guang glanced at her and asked, "Did the doctor come?" "I sent him away from the house," Mona replied firmly. "This situation happened because of him." Just then, Lan Wangji suddenly sat up on the bed. Startled, Mona and Jin Guang rushed inside. Lan Wangji looked around slowly. When he realized where he was, he calmed down. He removed the mask and looked at them. "Where is the doctor?" he asked. Mona's expression hardened. "Have you lost your mind? Look at your condition. And why are you so worried about that doctor?" Lan Wangji ignored her words. He moved his legs off the bed. "You don't need to interfere in my life, Mona," he said firmly. "Are you crazy?" Mona said angrily. "Lie down. Right now." Lan Wangji didn't listen. He stood up and walked toward the door. Mona tried to stop him, but he didn't turn back. "He has really lost his mind," Mona shouted in frustration. "How do I make him understand? He's making a huge mistake. No one can stop him," Jin Guang said calmly, and followed Lan Wangji. Mona stayed there, breathing heavily in anger. "I swear, Dr. Weii Ying," she muttered, "if my brother faces any more danger because of you, I will never forgive you." Weii Ying's house. Weii Ying had returned to his own house. He sat in one corner of the sofa in the dark living room. All the lights were off, and the silence felt heavy. Somewhere in his heart, he felt Mona might be right. Maybe he should never have asked Lan Wangji for help. If he hadn't, things wouldn't have gone this far. Sitting alone in the darkness, his head started hurting badly. Tired and helpless, he ran his fingers through his hair and clenched his fists. A tear slipped from his eye and rolled down his cheek. "Why does this affect me so much?" he asked himself. "But all of this, it's happening because of me." Just then, there was a knock on the door. Weii Ying froze. Who could it be at this hour? "Doctor," a familiar voice called. Weii Ying stood up at once and walked toward the door in the dark. He wiped his tears and opened it. A figure stood outside. It was hard to see the face. The moon was hidden behind clouds. "Why did you come back?" Weii Ying asked softly. The figure stepped forward. It was Lan Wangji. You know your life is still in danger, Lan Wangji said quietly. Then why are you here? Weii Ying didn't answer. He just stood there, looking at Lan Wangji in silence. A figure was standing in front of him, but it was hard to see the face in the darkness. Even the moon was hidden behind the clouds. Why did you come back? Weii Ying asked softly. The figure stepped forward. It was Lan Wangji. You know your life is still in danger, he said quietly. Still, you're here. Weii Ying didn't reply. He just stood there, looking at Lan Wangji. Lan Wangji came a little closer and stood beside him. And why are you sitting in the dark? He asked gently. Turn on the light, doctor. Why are you doing all this? Weii Ying asked in a broken voice. Because of me. Your enemies got a chance to hurt you. Lan Wangji took a deep breath. Don't think like that, he said calmly. Nothing happened because of you. But your sister, Weii Ying said hesitantly. You said you don't have family. Then who was she? What sister? Lan Wangji asked, confused. I don't have one. Are you joking? Weii Ying said seriously. Mona was calling you her brother. Lan Wangji frowned slightly. She's not my sister. She's just a member of my group. Weii Ying sighed. Still, you shouldn't have come here in this condition. You need rest. Rest can wait, Lan Wangji replied casually, running a hand through his hair. Weii Ying turned on the lights. You're really crazy, he said softly. Come inside. Lan Wangji walked in with a faint smile. Weii Ying made him sit on the sofa and said worriedly, Rest here. If you need anything, tell me. Lan Wangji tapped the seat next to him. Sit. Weii Ying hesitated, then sat beside him. Lan Wangji turned toward him and looked at his face closely for a moment. What is this, doctor? He asked gently. Were you crying? No, Weii Ying replied quickly, looking away. But his eyes were slightly red. Lan Wangji lifted his chin softly and turned his face toward him. I can see it. Weii Ying's lips trembled. His hand slowly came to rest on Lan Wangji's hand. I don't know what this is, Weii Ying said, his voice shaking. This has never happened to me before. Whenever I look at you, my heart feels restless. He said everything in one breath, tears slipping out. Lan Wangji listened quietly. He gently wiped the tear from Weii Ying's cheek with his thumb. I think I know what this is, he said softly. Weii Ying looked up at him. Their eyes met. What is it? He asked. Lan Wangji leaned closer and spoke near his ear, his voice low and warm. I think it's love. Weii Ying felt a shiver run through him. He leaned back slightly and looked at Lan Wangji with unsure eyes. Are you sure? Lan Wangji smiled calmly and nodded. I'm completely sure, doctor. You're the first person who wasn't scared of me. You even stood up to Jin Guang, and I really liked that. He continued softly. Your kindness, your stubborn nature, your irritation, the way you talk, the goodness in you, all of it feels precious. Weii Ying didn't know what to say. He hadn't realized how deeply Lan Wangji had noticed him. Do you love me? Weii Ying asked quietly, still holding his gaze. Lan Wangji chuckled lightly. What do you think, doctor? Do you think I got hurt for no reason? He gestured lightly toward his chest. I crossed oceans for you. And still, you had doubts? Weii Ying fell silent. Seeing his silence, Lan Wangji spoke again, gently. I'm not in a hurry. Take all the time you need. I'll be right here. I'm not going anywhere. Are you joking? Weii Ying asked softly. You don't even know much about me. I know your heart, Lan Wangji replied calmly. And if you want to tell me more, I'm always ready to listen. Weii Ying raised an eyebrow. I have a name. Then why do you keep calling me doctor? Because I like it, Lan Wangji replied simply. Weii Ying's ears felt warm. He tried to hide his smile and stood up. Whatever. You need rest. He gently pushed Lan Wangji's hand away and started walking toward the kitchen. Lan Wangji lay back on the sofa comfortably and called out, Doctor, don't take so long that I lose my life waiting. Weii Ying stopped and turned back. Don't you care about your life at all? I do, Lan Wangji replied with a smile. That's why I'm here. Weii Ying shook his head, half annoyed, half smiling. You're impossible. I told you to rest. Okay, Lan Wangji said, making a small pout. Why are you getting angry? Weii Ying walked into the kitchen, his lips curved in a soft smile. His heart was beating fast. He leaned against the wall near the door and placed a hand on his chest. He never imagined that a moment like this would ever come into his life. It was morning. The sound of birds filled the air. Lan Wangji was sleeping on the sofa in the living room. A sheet covered his body. Weii Ying came in quietly, holding bandages and medicine. He glanced at Lan Wangji. The sheet only covered him till the waist, Some blood could still be seen on his shirt. Weii Ying placed everything on the coffee table and gently shook Lan Wangji's shoulder. "Hey, wake up." Lan Wangji moved slightly. He tried to turn to his side, but sudden pain made him open his eyes. He sat up slowly with a soft groan. "Careful," Weii Ying said gently, placing a hand on his shoulder. "You're still hurt." Lan Wangji rubbed his eyes to clear his sleep. When he looked up and saw Weii Ying, a smile appeared on his lips. "Good morning, doctor," he said softly. Weii Ying cleared his throat. "Take off your shirt." Lan Wangji's lips curved into a playful smile. "Is your mind wandering, doctor?" Weii Ying frowned. "Your wound is still bleeding. I need to check it. And seriously, who gets shot and then walks around like nothing happened? Are you even human?" Lan Wangji laughed lightly and started unbuttoning his shirt. Weii Ying sat beside him and prepared to clean the wound. Lan Wangji removed his shirt. The bandage on his chest was soaked. Carefully, Weii Ying removed the old bandage. The wound was deeper than he expected. For the first time, his hands were shaking while treating an injury. Lan Wangji noticed this. He gently held Weii Ying's wrists. "What's wrong, doctor?" he asked softly. "A doctor's hands shouldn't shake." Weii Ying didn't answer. He pulled his hands free and focused again. Suddenly, Lan Wangji let out a loud sound. "Ah, doctor." Slowly, Weii Ying froze and looked at him with worry. "I'm sorry." Lan Wangji burst into laughter. He was clearly pretending. Weii Ying realized it and made a face. "Sit quietly." "Understood? As you wish, my lord," Lan Wangji said obediently. Weii Ying finished tying a clean bandage around his chest. For a moment, his hands stayed there. "You're really crazy," Weii Ying said softly. "Maybe," Lan Wangji replied lightly. "Crazy in love." He placed his hand over Weii Ying's. Weii Ying looked up at him and spoke gently. "Now rest until you're fully healed." Lan Wangji nodded. "As you say, doctor." A small smile appeared on Weii Ying's lips. He moved his hand from Lan Wangji's chest and gently placed it on his face. His fingers brushed Lan Wangji's cheek, as if he was trying to make sure this moment was real. Just then, the doorbell rang. Weii Ying stood up. "I'll check," he said. Lan Wangji caught his wrist. "Wait, I'll go. If there's danger, you sit." Weii Ying interrupted calmly. "I won't open the door directly." Weii Ying walked to the door and looked through the peephole. It was Junchang. He sighed in relief and opened the door. Junchang rushed in and hugged Weii Ying tightly. "I was worried about you. I somehow managed to come here. Are you okay?" Weii Ying nodded. Junchang pulled back, but his hands were still on Weii Ying's shoulders. From the sofa, Lan Wangji was watching closely. His eyebrows rose slightly. Who was this person standing so close? Junchang then noticed Lan Wangji sitting on the sofa. He looked at Weii Ying, shocked. "Who is this man? You made a new friend without me? How dare you?" Weii Ying held his head. "He's not a friend." Junchang glared at Lan Wangji, then back at Weii Ying. "If not a friend, then who is he? And why is he here? You promised you wouldn't make new friends without me, Mayu. I left everything and came here for you. And you." Weii Ying quickly covered Junchang's mouth. "How much will you talk, idiot? Let me speak too." Junchang removed Weii Ying's hand and looked at Lan Wangji again. "Then who is he?" Lan Wangji and Junchang stared at each other in silence.